Welcome to the Midday Recharge Program. I'm going to take the next 10 or so minutes to teach you a 3 to 5 minute routine that's going to increase your circulation, remove fatigue, and boost your concentration so that you can perform at your best for the rest of the afternoon. Like every good exercise program, we always start with a warm-up. And in this program, our warm-up is an exercise called marching raises. So I'm starting with one weight on go arm. Look at your chart. You should already know how to add weight if you choose and when you're ready. Next, I'm going to take grip number 1, also on the chart. Then I'm going to step back and I'm going to assume good posture. And you know what good posture is. Your mom taught you. You put your shoulders back and you put your head high and you stand the way you want to stand when you're done with the program. So for marching raises, we're going to raise go arm with one arm and at the same time raise the leg on that side of the body, and we're going to switch to the opposite side of the body like we're marching. So follow along. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, pay attention to your breath rate. Pay attention to how much your pulse has come up. That's about the level we want to maintain through the rest of the program, because this is a recharge program. It's not your full workout of the day. Okay, that's sufficient warm-up. All we wanted to do is tell our bodies that something more is coming. So now let's get into the balance of the program. The first series of exercises I show you are all about the upper body. So they're going to be the shoulders and the arms, and the neck and the back. In all the exercises of the program, we're going to use grip number 1. So just get used to that. I won't mention it every time. So I'm going to step back, put my feet about shoulder width apart, get in good posture, and raise the arms straight in front of me until I get the click. And I go no farther than that, because what we're doing is called strict form. Let's do it again. Don't you love that click? It tells you right where to stop. So those are the 3 that we're doing in strict form. And now I'm going to step farther back, and I'll show you what we call full form. In full form, we raise the arm as far as we can go. And when we get to the top, we tuck our chin and we squeeze our shoulder blades together, kind of down. So that leads to a beautiful stretch, and you just get so much more out of the exercise. 2, and we tuck our chin to avoid any tendency to arch our back. That's 3, 4, and we're going to do 5. So that's 5, and that's front raises. Next we'll do 3/4 raises. I'm going to step back, and I want you to see that if this is a front raise, and if we went straight out to the side, we'd call that a side raise. And if we go about halfway in between, it's called a 3/4 raise. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do it 3 times. And the reason we do it 3 times is some people might just need to work slowly into this. So we only do 3 and they can go on and skip to the next exercise. Now we've done it 3 times, and I'm going to step back and I'm going to do it in full form. Full form is very similar to the last in that we come up, tuck our chin, and squeeze our shoulder blades together. So that's 1, and that's 2, but I want you to notice something else. My arms are as straight as I can keep them. I'm not wobbling my hands and my elbows aren't bending. I'm really only moving at the shoulders. So keep that in mind. 3, 4, and 5. You know, that combination of squeezing your shoulder blades together and tucking your chin makes for this extra stretch, and it just compresses the muscles more and makes more blood move. And the more that we make that blood move, the better you're going to feel. Now we're going to do an exercise called big side circles. You're going to like this one a lot. This feels so nice as you do it. So I'm going to step back, shoulder width apart, get in the right posture, and I'm going to go out to the side till I hear a click, and then I'm going to come over to the center and down for 1. And as I do that, kind of roll at your shoulder blades. 2, and sometimes you start to feel a really nice tingling as you do this exercise. It's just a beautiful thing. Your shoulder blades are moving together and things are happening that are very, very comfortable for you. Now I'm going to step back and I'm going to do it with full form. And full form incorporates going out to the side, but farther up as high as you can, chin tucked, and then come down for 1, and do it again for 2, and 3. And boy, you should just feel your shoulder blades working. I mean, together and apart, and that's 4, and that's 5. And again, it's that beautiful movement, that interplay between the shoulder blades that makes you feel so great. The next exercise I'm going to do is the same exercise, only in a different direction. So it'll be pretty obvious to you. we're going to call this big front circles, and we're going to go up in strict form to the click, and out and down, and up and out and down, and again, pull those shoulder blades back. And here's the third for our strict form. And then of course, stepping back, feet shoulder width apart, great posture, all the way up and down. And as I do this, I like to take a deep breath. It just helps make the exercise even better. So 3, 4, and 5. And just like reach as high as you can when you do this. The more you move, the better it's going to feel. I hope you're thinking about your heart rate, and I'm hoping you're thinking about your breath rate, like I told you earlier. We don't want you out of breath. We've got a reason for that. We've got things, we're going to be around people the rest of the afternoon. So we're going to save that sweaty, heavy exercise for another time when we're home maybe. Anyhow, now it's time to make it just a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to show you an exercise called side swings. To do side swings, you stand, get the posture, get the grip number 1, shoulders back, and what we're going to do, instead of going separate directions, we're going to go up to the same side. So this is a half of the movement, and what I want you to see is that this arm stays as straight as possible, and this arm can go as far as you can make it go, because it's going to make a nice stretch right behind the shoulder blade of the arm, of the forearm. But at the same time, concentrate on keeping your eyes forward and not bending, or not twisting rather, at the waist. If you twist at the waist, then you take a stretch away that's in this, designed into this exercise, and you also take away involvement of the pecs. We want that. We're going to work every muscle all around the shoulder girdle, front and back. So let's go for 1, arm is straight. Don't you love that click? I mean, it's just such a good cue for doing things right. Now, time to step back a little farther and go into full form. And full form is going to cause you to try to go, instead of to here, to go way up here. This is going to be harder. And you're going to feel all the way back on one side and then all the way back down the other side, a stretch. So let's do it. And remember to tuck your chin when you get up high and start with the breath. So here we go. 1, ooh, different feeling, huh? 2, but there's no twist. 3, 4, and 5. That's a great exercise. Getting a little more challenging. They're only going to get a little more challenging than that, but I just wanted to warn you. So now that's side swings. The next exercise we're going to do is called bent over raises. This is the first exercise we've done where there's any bending. So watch how I do this. I'm going to step over here, and I'm going to turn a little bit to sideways at you so you can see everything that I'm doing. I'm going to bend at the waist, bend at the knees, and loosen up the body, and I want to go down to about a 45-degree angle. I don't want to go farther than 45 degrees. Just a nice, comfortable angle, and with go arm straight down to the sides, we're going to raise up until we hear the click. And that's strict form. And that's a little bit difficult, so you might have a little time of difficulty doing that, but now we're going to make it even more difficult. When we get to the top, we're going to hold it and just do a quick contraction before we let it down. So 1, 2, 3. The way you notice it, there's a little bounce in my movement. 5, as that contraction takes place. That's bent over raises. Now we're entering into the second phase of the program. These are going to be compound movements, and what I mean by that is you're going to move more limbs, you're going to add your legs to it, and there's going to be a heightened element of cardio. So remembering that we don't want to get out of breath and we don't want to start perspiring, take your time between sets of these, okay? So just make sure that you're maintaining an even keel. That's the way we want it. So the first exercise we're going to do is called a full body row. To do that, we start in grip number 1, step back, and watch what I do. I'm going to squat all the way down, and then I'm going to come up into a row. So I'm going to squat, and you may not be able to see me fully through this exercise, but I come up, and as I come up, I pull go arm together under my chin, and I make every attempt to keep my elbows higher than my arms as I come up. So we're going to call that 1, squatting way down, 2, and 3. So that's strict form, but you know what? Full form can't really get any higher than that. You know, your elbows are as high as you could make them. So what we're going to do is a big contraction at the top, kind of like we did with the last exercise. I'll step back just a little bit and watch as I go all the way down and up, and then there's a contraction, and I'm exaggerating it. 2, 3, deep breath on the way up. 2, 4, and 5. So that was an easy one, and now we're going to get even more challenging. So that was a full body row. Now for our most challenging exercise. This one is squats. Hello, glutes and thighs. The way we're going to do this, we're going to take grip number 1, and we're going to step back. And by the way, if this one gets too hard, just stop doing it and take your time, because really we don't want you out of breath or perspiring. We just want you to be recharged. But for those that are ready for it, our feet a little wider than shoulder apart, toes pointed out, and we're going to go down as deep as we can, and at the same time raise go arm, tuck our chin and raise go arm up high. So that's 1, 2, 3, and now for the full version, just like we did on the last 2, we made a contraction. So we're going to make a contraction at the bottom. We're going to do a brief hold, and you'll see that in the form of a slight bounce in my movement. So watch, see if you can pick it up. Well, the good news is that's as difficult as it gets. So we finished all the hard exercises, and next thing we're gonna do is a cool down. Now you know how to do squats. So remember I told you this is a recharge program, and it's a recharge program because we have circulated blood and contracted muscles everywhere on our body. There's no risk that blood is pooling in our leg, and that's a risk, of course, for anybody that sits too long. We're moving, we're feeling good all over, and we're aware of a certain good feeling in our body. And that's the recharge. So you've completed all the hard exercises, and now it's time for a cool down. If you remember, we did marching raises, a set of 5 to warm up, and we're going to do this exercise called a swing through, a set of 5 to cool down. So the way we do a swing through, I'm going to stand way back here, and we take go arm all the way up as high as we can, past the click, full form, you remember it. And then we're going to swing all the way down, bend at our knees, bend at our ankles, bend at our hips, lift the arm up behind us for a click. We get 2 clicks on this exercise. And what I want you to do as you go up is breathe. Take a very long, slow breath. This is our cool down. We're gonna slowly reduce our heart rate in doing this cool down, very purposefully. So. And I'm not going to breathe that loud on everyone, don't worry. A couple things you might want to try. One is smile on your way up. So just take a bigger and a bigger smile, like you're proud of yourself. You've done something. And you've done something important for you and for the people you're going to work with this afternoon. So, I don't like the idea of closing your eyes though. But I do like the big smile. The last thing is kind of a bonus idea. Some people believe in affirmations, and if you do, then you can incorporate that. You take the big smile and you say to yourself, I do my best. That's swing throughs. That's the end of the program. Hopefully your breath rate came down a little bit, but hopefully you're just feeling good. Your muscles in your back should be pulling you into good posture. You should feel circulation all the way down to your toes, and you should feel fully ready to deliver your best performance for the rest of the afternoon. If you do, we've achieved the objective for the Midday Recharge program.